Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Chantel, the Magical Tour Guide. Today we are going to do the Fantasmic dining review for the Rancho del Zocalo. We're here at the restaurant. We are going to have lunch, and then I'm going to talk to you all about what's included, what you can eat, and then what it looks like to do the dining package. What's included, where you get to sit for the show, and why I chose to do this one. I have done other Fantasmic dining packages, so I'm going to compare all three of them. So this video is going to give you lots of information so you can decide if this is worth it, if it's something that you and your party would like to do, and all the information and the details you need to make that decision. So let's get started. I went into the app and I chose Rancho del Zocalo as the dining option for Fantasmic. There are three dining options. You can go to Rancho del Zocalo, to Belle Terrace, or Blue Bayou. So when you are choosing in the app, make sure you choose the one that you're looking for. This is the Rancho del Zocalo dining package that I'm going to review for you today. And you will see a sign here for the dining package. And you're going to come in here to the restaurant, and I'm going to come show you guys your different options and the things you can choose. Come into Rancho del Zocalo, you're going to head over here. It says Fantasmic Dining Experience. Pick up here, and this is where we're going to check in. This is your dining. These are your options for your entrees. So you choose one of these entrees. It also comes with a drink, and everybody gets the dessert. So these are our options, and I've decided I'm going to try the sweet and savory carne asada. So she's making that for me right now. So this is where they will make your food for you. You'll pick it up, and then we'll also get our dessert. And also here's the kids menu. So you can see what the options are, and then we also get a beverage with our meal. So she just handed me my plate. It's got the carne asada, the beans, the rice, Korean potato salad, and then this is our dessert. And I'm gonna go get my drink over here. Okay, so I've got my food, and then I'm gonna come over here and you get your choice of a drink. So I'm going to get my drink. And then this is everything that comes with the dining package to eat. You check out and you pay, they're going to hand you your Fantasmic voucher for later tonight for seating. And here's my receipt. I wanted to show you guys that they do have a Magic Key discount. So my total ended up being $33.94 with my Magic Key discount. So they handed me this reserved viewing voucher that tells you where your viewing section is, where to meet, what time. I'm going to walk you guys through all of that today as I'm doing this tonight, show you where to line up, what time to get there. It says to arrive between 8 and 8:45. I'm going to show you where to sit and probably explain to you why you want to get there a little earlier before the 8 p.m. But we'll get into that later in the video. Let's go ahead and dive into our lovely lunch. I feel like our views here at Rancho del Zocalo are just fantastic. Big Thunder. We should go ride Big Thunder when we're done. Anyway, here is our meal, and we're gonna eat lunch. And remember, it comes with a soda, dessert, and then all of this for the $35, and then your reserved viewing. Here with Allie, and we are both actually eating the steak, and I just had a bite of it, you guys. It is super flavorful, really good. We are done eating. I'm gonna give you a little recap. So I felt like the steak was really good. The beans and the rice and then the potato salad were great little sides. The dessert, it was just a cake. I mean, it wasn't anything like fancy, oh, want to have that again. But overall, the meal was very good. I'm full. And now what we're going to do is, so we made a Fantasmic dining reservation for later in the afternoon, but still during the lunch hour so that we could get the voucher. Now what we'll do is we've got some time, and it says on the return voucher to come back between 8 and 8:45. But I'm going to go over and show you guys where you line up, and then where the different sections are for the dining packages, and explain kind of, depending on, you know, if you don't care about, you're just excited that you're going to have a spot, a reserved area to sit on the ground, because you will be seated the entire time. then you can come back between 8 and 8:45. But if you want like one of the very front rows of the seating, then you're going to want to come back before that, and I'll explain that when I get over there. As far as, you know, the value, here are my thoughts. You're going to spend between $15 and $20 anyway on a meal. So let's say you're going to, and a drink and a dessert. So all the things that we got included with our meal for, you know, 20 bucks. This meal ended up being $35 for what we got. So the difference between $20 and $35 is $15. So for an extra $15, I now have a spot in front of the show. I don't have to sit and wait for hours, and I already know what I'm going to get and my viewing area. That to me is definitely worth the $15 extra that I'm paying, because I would have already paid for a meal today, and now I have a spot for the show. So already I'm going to tell you that I definitely think that the Rancho del Zocalo Fantasmic dining package is worth it. Now the Blue Bayou and the Belle Terrace, we'll talk a little bit about that later in the video, and I'll explain. And you decide based on where the seats are, which one would be best for you and your party, and if it would be valuable. But I definitely think this Rancho dining package is worth it. We ate our dining package, our Fantasmic at Rancho del Zocalo. We're right here next to what? Big Thunder Mountain. So should we go ride, Allie?
Yes.
All right, this is like the best, the wildest ride in the wilderness, right? Big Thunder is always a good idea. Love that ride. Okay, now I'm gonna go take you over along the Rivers of America, which is where the dining package seating area is, and I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about that before people start gathering. So let's go head over there. Let's talk a little bit about logistics as we are prepping for later tonight, the Fantasmic show. So the Fantasmic show is right here behind me on this stage. I'm going to show you guys where the dining packages are for each dining location, and then where you line up. Where you line up is going to be over here, okay, in this area, and they say to line up between 8 and 8:45. I'm going to tell you that if you want one of these front rows, which is right here in front of the railing, the section is from the railing over to here, so it's a big section. If you want to be in the very front, which you have really good views of the show, okay, then you're going to want to be there before 8 o'clock. We'll talk a little more about that later on, but just wanted you guys to see kind of where you're sitting. I'll show you, hold on, let me turn this around. So there's the stage up there, and this is your seating all up along here, okay, and it goes around here, and the different dining packages are located in different sections. We'll get more into that in just a little bit, but this is your view, okay? And then you're seated on the ground. So you're on the ground. They're not like chairs for you to sit on. And this whole section will be filled with people from the different dining packages. Now, let's go over and I'm gonna show you. Here's the view. And we're gonna come over here and I'm gonna show you where you line up. Over there's where I showed you. Those are where the dining packages where you're seated. So you're gonna get your voucher. Your voucher is gonna tell you where to return between 8 and 8:45. It says, please return to Harbor Galley. So let me come show you where you're gonna go actually to line up later tonight. You're gonna wanna make sure you have your voucher. Do not lose this. This is your ticket to get into your reserved dining seat. If you do not have this, then you will not be able to get into the reserved viewing area. So make sure you do not lose your voucher that you get when you go to eat at whatever location it is. Then you're gonna line up here. This is Harbor Galley right here. And they're gonna have 3 different lines for the 3 different dining packages. right here, and this is where you're gonna line up. This is Harbor Galley, and right down here is where you're gonna line up, and you're gonna find the line for the dining package that you had, whether it was Blue Bayou, Belle Terrace, or Rancho del Zocalo. You're gonna come over here, and there'll be 3 different lines for you to line up. Then once you're in line, then they will take you to your reserved viewing section. So if you're one of the first people to line up here in this area, then you're gonna be one of the first ones seated in your viewing section. So that's why it's important, depending on where you wanna sit. Now, if you wanna just show up at 8:30, hello, how are you? Show up at 8:30, would that be best?
Yeah, sure, why not?
But then they're not gonna get a very good seat. This is for Fantasmic.
No, you'll get a great seat.
Well, because there's still seating over there.
Plenty of seating.
Plenty of seating?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, all right.
Hey.
Well, thanks so much for the opinion, Roberto. Have a good one. So if you come at 8:30, there's still going to be a seat. You can sit down on the ground. That is not the problem. And I'm not saying it's a problem, but what I am saying is if you really want to have a front row, don't show up at 8 and expect to be able to be in the front row. You're going to want to make sure you get here. I'm going to say more like 7:30. Let's talk about the Belle Terrace dining package for Fantasmic. So Belle Terrace is right here behind me. I'm going to go over there and show you. But Belle Terrace has 2 options actually. One where you can dine inside and you have lunch and get a voucher, and then there's a spot over in front of the show where you can sit down. But they also have a premium dining package, and I'm going to show you where you sit for that. You sit down in a seat at your table, you eat your dinner, and then you sit there and stay and watch the show. Let me go show you where that is over here, and the views that you have of the show. Here is Belle Terrace, and this is the patio where you get to sit for Fantasmic. So you will sit here, you'll eat your dinner, okay, and those are the chairs, and you don't get to pick, it's your assigned. And then this, I'm going to show you, it's going to be really harsh right now, but the viewing, Fantasmic, is right out here, okay, across the way. That's where the Fantasmic show is. So you're right across from it, but you're not right in front of the show, but you are seated right here along in this patio area for the premium. This is the premium dining package. It is 7:15. Now, like I mentioned earlier, the time on your voucher says to return over here by the Harbor Galley between 8 and 8:45. Now, if you want front row seats, I'm going to show you right now at 7:15, so 45 minutes before they even recommend, what the line situation looks like. So over here behind me, I'm going to go walk over there, but you've got people already lined up in 3 different sections for the different Rancho del Zocalo, Belle Terrace, and Blue Bayou. There's Harbor Galley over there, and this is where you're going to line up right here in this little section. So you've got some people lined up over here and some people kind of lined up over here. There's not a cast member out here, nobody telling them where to line up, they just know. There's nobody over here telling them like that they can't line up, so people are lining up because they know where to line up. So now that you know where to line up, if you want to line up as early as 7:15, you can, you know where to line up. And once you get a seat in your area on the ground, you can come and go from the area using your voucher. So you can go get a drink or food or go to the bathroom. So just know that once you're seated, your spot is taken for you and everybody in your party, and then you can kind of come and go until the show starts at 9. It is now 7:45. I'm going to give you guys a line check for Fantasmic Dining, kind of how far people are lined up. And again, they told people to arrive at 8, so let me just give you an update. You can see that people are in 3 different lines here, and it doesn't go back that far. Let's see here, around this tree. So not bad at all. You don't need to get here at 7:15, that's for sure. Cast members are lined up here, and they will verify that you have a voucher, and they'll check your voucher before you can go get in line. They have started loading guests into the area. They start with Belle Terrace because they are the furthest over there in the seating area. Then they will load in the Blue Bayou guests and then the Rancho del Zocalo guests. And it's 7:52, so just a little before 8, they start loading the guests into the areas, the different lines, the different dining packages that people bought. Okay, we are down. We've got a seat over there in the front row, and I just kind of want to show you guys the different sections and kind of what it looks like and where people who are doing standby are. They do allow standby people to come and start lining up around 7, so 2 hours before the show starts. So let's take a look at this area right over here where the dining packages sit. We are actually sitting like 5-6 people away from the Blue Bayou dining section. So I paid $35, those people paid $89, and I have basically the same view. So you might want to keep that in mind when you're checking and looking for dining packages and deciding. So here's the edge of the Rancho del Zocalo section. There is the stage, and all of these people are here now in the Rancho del Zocalo section. So this will fill up as the night gets closer to the actual performance. If you have an ECV or wheelchair, they will put you back here in the back of the section. So you still get to be in the section, but you're not blocking anybody else's view. So all of this is Rancho del Zocalo. And you can see right here where the dividing line is. Right here where this yellow tape is on the ground. This is where the dividing line is. So the people who are sitting in that section are in the Blue Bayou. Okay, and we are right there. There's my Mickey backpack. So we're right there. And then you can see right there is the cast member. Just to the right of her are all the people who are in Blue Bayou. So now I'm going to go show you where the Blue Bayou section is in Riverbell. Okay, so this is the Blue Bayou section. You can see the rope over there that ropes them off. And it's just right here. And then here's this yellow line. And then this is the Rancho del Zocalo section. And that is my bag right over here. Down there are the dining packages, and I want to show you this area here. So like long in here, these are people who are waiting standby. Okay, standby people can start lining up or sitting down in this case at 7. So these people will wait here for 2 hours until the show starts. Now I am over on the other side of that rope. This right here is going to be your Belle Terrace dining section area for Fantasmic. So again, all 3 areas have a fantastic view of the show. Okay, your Blue Bayou is going to be front and center, and then on either side you've got Belle Terrace, and then Rancho del Zocalo is where we are way over there. Behind me, this is the Belle Terrace. Now, this is the dining package during the day if you went and got that, and then you got a voucher to come back. Now, let me walk over here. I'm going to walk over here and show you where the Belle Terrace premium package is and what they're doing right now. Right now, they are actually out on the patio eating, so let me come show you that. Let's see here. Sorry. It's a little busy right now. Lots of people here tonight. All right, so behind me is the Belle Terrace, so that's what they're doing. Is right now they are doing their dining, and then I'm going to show you their views. Turn around here, and this will be their view of the show. The show will be out there. This is their view of the show. So they have a great view of the show. All right, now this is the end of the Belle Terrace seating here. All this space, and then right next to it, this is the standby. So these are people that have been waiting at this point for over an hour, and it goes all the way around there. And they do have a disability section over there way on the end where you can also sit ECVs and that sort of thing standby. Right now it's about 8:15, and I just want to show you not completely full at all. This is the Belle Terrace seating. Down further is Blue Bayou and the Rancho del Zocalo. So it's 8:15, the show starts at 9. You can return between 8 and 8:45 to get your seat in this section. It is 8:30. Allie and I are hanging out, just waiting for the show to start, and it has really filled up in this area. Here about half hour before the show is going to start, so that kind of gives you an idea. Let me turn around and show you the camera, and I'll show you where we're seated. We are right here along this railing, so we were one of the first ones in line, and these are going to be our views for Fantasmic. So as you can see, we are barely off to the left of the stage there. That's where the show is going to happen, and there'll be a bunch of stuff happening right here in front of us. So we've got a perfect view. I'm really excited. This video is about the dining package and everything that it includes and showing you details about it. I'm not going to give you many spoiler alerts about the actual show. I'll just do a few clips. So don't worry, you're not going to see the entire show. I want you to experience that for yourself.
I don't know about this. Well, sure. Uh-oh. Woo! Look out!
Well, Fantasmic was amazing. I've seen the show multiple times, but this was my first time doing the Rancho del Zocalo dining package. So I just kind of wanted to do an overview of my thoughts about the show and seating and whether you should do a dining package. First of all, let me show you this thing right here. I have this. It's like a pad that I sat on while I was waiting for the show. And can I tell you that that was a real lifesaver. So I'll put a link in the description where you can buy one on Amazon. This is a Fantasmic one that they actually gave away years ago with the Blue Bayou dining package, which they don't anymore. But I think my thoughts as far as the dining package, was it worth it? The Rancho del Zocalo by far was definitely worth it. For $35, you have a seat. You can get the show up just before the show starts. If you're trying to avoid having to stake out a spot 2 hours before the show starts and have to stand there and wait until the show starts, I would definitely do the Rancho del Zocalo. Now, the Blue Bayou and the River Belle, that's going to be a preference of meal. Would you like to spend more money on your meal, have a nicer sit-down meal? You can do that. But I don't think it's necessary. If you're going to spend the money, just do the Rancho del Zocalo, and then you definitely have a spot, reserved seating. We got there early enough that we were in the front row. We could have been back and still had a great view of the show. You have a view of the show. You're sitting on the ground, and bring something to sit on. Highly recommend. But definitely worth. I think it was definitely worth the money for $35 for that one time we were going to see it. I don't think you need to do it every time you're going to see it, and you don't need to see it on every trip. So, hope you've enjoyed this video, my review, all the information about the dining for Fantasmic. If you have any questions, put them down, comment down below, let me know. And if you enjoyed this and you want to see more content like this, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for joining me. Until next time.